Hello creation, hope you're well. I've just written this. It's only a short one, possibly a third of a sheet of A4. It's called You All Shall Become the Leader. This is probably going to be a controversial one, and if there's any of you out there who take offence to it, look at why it's triggering you. If it does, because that's what we should always look at. Instead of pointing the finger and saying it's his fault, it's her fault, it's their fault, look at why you're being triggered. That's how we sort the shit out and move on in life and grow spiritually. Anyway, that's it. You all shall become the leader, that's what it's called. 'Twas after reconciliation that I obtained my marching orders. I was to lead a group of fellow souls across previously uncharted borders. It was also rather exhilarating, as new adventures are always quite exciting, and the call to aid those in need in those foreign lands was deliciously inviting. Anticipation levels reached an unimaginable all-time high pre-commencement of our godly duties. We were to come to earth to oversee the undertaking and honouring of newly formed divine treaties. Wading through the impossible, or so to many it had seemed, yet with belief and backing we would get to realise this holy dream. Yes, some shall cry out, "Blasphemy! False prophet! It's the devil!" Well, I shall play and have played many a given role to enact, cast by the Creator of all of creation, and that, my friend, is a fact. If you see yourselves as lesser thans, then that is what you will be. If you see yourselves as equal to, then come stand beside me. For I am owned by no thing, and I will not be restricted. And if it makes you feel any better to have someone to point the finger at and blame, then I gladly step into the role of the one that God evicted. Only those awakened to the importance of every role that creation creates will totally understand what had to be endured, as it is all for the Creator's sake. And when, as time passes and the human form emerges from the latest evolutionary quantum leap, you all shall become the leader, and none shall follow as the sheep. Ooh, isn't it controversial? Makes no difference, does it? And I remember one time when I was talking about this with someone from many years ago, and he said if you were given the choice to play that part, would you play it? And I think at the time, I can't remember if I said yes or no, to be honest, but having lived the life that I've lived and gained understandings and seeing things from higher perspectives, it's a role. And it's only through disassociation that I can see it as a role. And it's a role that someone, if that entity or that's termed as, however it's labelled, is actually in the physical form, then it has to be someone, does it not? And and the only way you will be able to accept something like that is if you can disassociate, look at it from a higher perspective and say every role has to be played. There's a question there's a lot of questions, isn't there? Because we're in a big place where we don't know. But there's a very, very important question. And that's, are there some souls that are born evil? I don't know. I don't know. But I've heard that question asked before. Is a soul born evil? Or is it coming in as a, if a soul comes into it, it's all controversial, it's all contentious, is this. If a soul comes into an incarnation, there's nothing to say that it doesn't have karma that it's got to pay back one way or another. So it's quite controversial, actually, isn't it? It really is. But and it's all about opinions, it's all about, and some people won't want to touch it with a barge pole, would they? Something like that. But for a particular time, in this case the age of Pisces, to totally be finished and the age of Aquarius to begin, so out with the dual polarity and and the conflict and the I, me, my, mine, selfishness and all that sort of stuff, in with unity, and this technological age, that chapter has to be closed. So someone has to play that role for that chapter to be closed, don't they? Or a soul does. It's just it's only a discussion. It's only like, I'd be interested in what people thought about it, to be honest. It's not some things that people want to, because it's not of a high vibration, is it really? I don't think. But my point is, my question would be to you, if for a particular chapter in creation to be closed and an end to be put to it, would you play that role? Would you come to Earth and play that role? Because I'll tell you something, that would take a very brave soul to play that role. Well, it would. It would indeed. I don't want it to be me. Bugger off. I don't want that. I want my love of loves. I want a nice life for the rest of my life. I've had enough crap in it. I don't. No. But it's just something to, it's your thinking, doesn't it? Well, maybe. Who knows? Would I do it? Would I play that part? If it was to bring about the cease of suffering, absolutely, of course I would. Why would I not? Anyway, it is all but, is it hypothetically speaking? Whichever way it is. Anyway, that's it. So, like I say, a bit of a contentious one. Just came through. So, alright, that's it for this weekend. I'll try and get one done one day. Take care.